Hey plugin heads, it's Stu here from Audio Plugin Guy. How you doing? Here we are with this week's thrilling installment of the Audio Plugin Guy video blog. And this is something I do every week. It's a little video where I talk to you about stuff that might have been going on in the world of plugins and stuff, and generally do the deals of the week, maybe talk about some new freebies and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. And at the end I'll kind of ask you a question to try and get you engaged in the comments so we can have a bit of a chat about something. And yeah, that's that really. So thanks for tuning in again if you are a returning viewer, and if not, welcome for the first time. I will try not to ramble too much, but be warned, I do ramble a little bit, but I'm going to try my best not to. So anyway, it's Friday, here we are. I'm gonna literally just dive straight in to the deals of the week, just to keep things moving, isn't it? So this is something that is based on a poll that we hold in our audio plugin Deals and Freebies Facebook group. We've got over 51,000 members in there now, and we're growing all the time. And every week we ask the audience, we ask the community what they think the best deals are that week, and then I write up the results on this website, which is what we're going to have a quick look at now. So this is over on audiopluginguy.com, and yeah, let's get straight on with it. The first one is pretty excellent. I haven't got a picture for this one because it's a unique thing. It's not actually a deal. It is a freebie. It's a bunch of freebies. It is actually 35 freebies, and this is from Audio Damage. So Audio Damage have basically announced that all their legacy plugins, so older versions of plugins which they are no longer developing, are now going to be free. And this means, so there's a flip side to this. Flip side is that they're not going to be developing them any further. There's not going to be any support. They can't guarantee they're going to work on newer operating systems and stuff like that. And from their point of view, this makes sense because they don't want to keep updating these old bits of software that they don't necessarily work with anymore, and they don't need the support load of people like emailing them and saying, why doesn't this work anymore? So what they've done is they've just said, look, have them all for free and do what you want with them, but don't expect any help, basically. And that's pretty cool. If you're not using the latest sort of M1 Macs and things like that, and you're quite happy to sort of muck around with some bits of software. I've got the tiler in upstairs, so I don't know if you can hear that. He's just cutting some tiles. Hopefully that's not going to affect our video this week too much. But anyway, cool sounds. Yeah, I should sample that. Make some dubstep. Anyway, where was I? Audio Damage. They have got, so there's 35 plugins here. They're all free. You can pick them up. You just download them from here, and I think the serials are included with the download. And that's that really. They've written a blog post to explain kind of why they've done it, which all makes sense. And yeah, it got to the top because there's 35 free plugins for you to play with if you're not worried about like keeping them up to date and keeping them supported and stuff like that. So anyway, number 2 is the often controversial Waves with their latest release, which is Sampler. Now I haven't actually had a proper look at it yet, but yeah, I spotted this. It came out. So the CR8 Creative Sampler is currently going for $9.99. I think the regular price is probably going to be something ridiculous knowing Waves, but we'll have a look in a sec. And what we've got here is, $34.99 regular price. That's not too bad. So when you're cooking samples, you want to get creative quickly. This sampler takes on a fun, exciting blah 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 blah. What's it got then? So sample layers, you can do layering, stretching, different types of stretching algorithms, timing stuff going on, loop, reverse, loads of cool stuff. So that actually looks quite interesting. And it's just a tenner from Waves at the moment. So if you are not someone who's boycotting Waves for various reasons, which does happen, and you can get past the whole fact that they are going to ask you to pay for their Waves update plan in 1 year's time. You don't have to. It will still work. You just won't be able to update it to any newer versions. So just bear that in mind. But if none of that really bothers you, then there's a $10 sampler. Not bad. That's from Waves, and that's number 2. Number 3 is up to 86% off the Solid State Logic Love Your Ex sale. So yes, and this is over at Plugin Boutique. It's also part of their 10-year anniversary, I think, which is we'll mention again in a bit. But yeah, so what have we got? We've got EQ, compressor, phase editor, X phase, X saturator, valve comp, and X echo. So those are from around. Why are we in euros? I don't need to be in euros. Can I change that? Bear with me a sec. Let's see, because this just gives me the old. weird euro value. So if we're looking at the base dollar price, we got like $40, $30, $25. So yeah, not bad. Big old discounts on the solid state stuff. I'm not so sure about the love your ex thing. I mean, I still get on with some of my exes, some of them not so much, but I think saying you love your ex is probably not the thing our current wives and spouses and partners would be too happy about. So, but maybe they didn't mean that. I don't know what they meant by that. But anyway, that is a sale. That is number 3, and that is pretty neat. So, pick up your solid state logic stuff. Big discounts there. No, right now, number 4 is Waves back in again, and this time it's with the free Cosmos. Now, this is in conjunction with their creative sampler, and I should say end date unknown, because I'm not sure if this will actually end on the 28th or not. But this is an interesting addition to Waves' roster, and it may look familiar to some of you, because it is basically looking at some of the bits a bit further along. Now, if we look at this kind of thing, we've seen this before, haven't we? So Algonaut Atlas were probably the first, well, almost certainly the first to release a product with this sort of sample mapping style, as well as the older artificial intelligence, or the kind of method for choosing and aligning your samples with each other and grouping them and stuff like that. So yeah, Algonaut, basically, they were the trailblazers with this style of sample organization. Then, of course, XLN Audio have released theirs, and I've forgotten what it's called. What is theirs called? What's it called? Maybe you can tell me in the comments if I can't remember. XLN, what is it called? XO. It's just called XO. So they do a very similar thing as Atlas. It's a mapping of samples in a kind of cloud format, or an Atlas, or a Cosmos, and now Waves have done it, and I'm sure they would argue that it was completely their own idea that they came up with, and completely in a vacuum without any awareness of anyone else doing the same thing already. But obviously it's another one of those things, and at the moment it's free. The only thing I will say, I think it is, hang on, let's just go back over again. I haven't checked it out yet, but I've got a feeling it's not a plugin. If I read that somewhere, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think doesn't say. Where's the specs yet? In depth. I love how they release something and it's immediately got 1 million reviews here. So it doesn't say. Interesting. V13 plugins require a graphics card that supports metal. That's pretty brutal. Nothing here says VST AU. Here we go. Cosmos is not available as a plugin, only as a standalone application. Right, okay. So let's bear that in mind. So it's a standalone sample navigation system. Doesn't work as a plugin, doesn't have a sequencer. So it's not quite in the same territory as Algonaut's Atlas or XO from XLN, but it may still have some value, and it is free, so it's made the top of the list, to the top 5 on the list. So there you go. Anyway, enough yabbering on about that one. Let's go on to number 5. So number 5 is just a big broad brush, a big range of deals from Plugin Boutique for their 10th anniversary, and that has started at the beginning of the month and is still going on mostly to the end of the month. And I think immediately, like as soon as it started, there was some like 80 new offers, and those are from just a huge range of developers. And it's silly. It's been like Black Friday. I'll tell you, like getting these deals out, it's kind of felt very Black Friday-ish, because it's like, because I share all these deals in the group, the Deals and Freebies Facebook group, and I even I schedule them, so I'm not, because I don't want to totally just share 80 deals all in one go. So it's taken almost a week or 2 weeks to just even get them all out there, and there's still more coming in. On top of that, they are giving you Analog Lab Intro for free with any purchase. So if you just have a quick look over on the Plugin Boutique sales page, you will see reams and reams and reams and reams of deals on here. But what is worth looking out for is, I think if you search by discount amount, you'll see that some of these are a little bit extra. So Rift is free, but because it's the 10th anniversary, some of these have come down to $10. So is this the one? So 10th anniversary bundle for $10. Some interesting stuff there. I can't click back. Anyway, so yeah, my couple of recommendations would be Stutter Edit 2, which is just $10, KVR Audio Synthmaster Player for just $5. That's just like a great little synth player for next to nout, and Waves Factory Track Spacer is just always a favourite. That's on offer. It has been cheaper. It's been half price once before that I'm aware of, but it's currently 33% off for a great little tool. And there's way more on there. If you're in our group, you'll see people discussing them. If you have anything that you'd like to recommend from that, then please do so in the comments. That would be great. And Miscellaneous Mentions, I haven't done any this week because I'm in an even bigger hurry than usual. It's the last before kind of half-term thing. They call it like a skiing holiday around here for my kid. And he's got like a kind of party, like a carnival party thing going on. He's gone into school this morning, or a nursery, dressed as Harry Potter, or Vinnie Potter as we're calling him. And yeah, this afternoon there's like a party thing, and us parents have to go along because all the kids are going to be like just completely off their nuts on sugar. And the teachers don't want to take responsibility for that, so we've got to go. So I have even less time than usual to get all my stuff done, and so I'm no miscellaneous mentions, a few other things just to kind of burn through, and excuse me a second. Right, that's better. I'll edit that out. So what else have we got? So I'll tell you what else we've got a brand new giveaway on Audio Plugin Guy, and this is with one of my mostest favourite devs, Audiority. So if you go to audiopluginguy.com, you'll find the information on the giveaway there, and this is a bundle of 2 bundles, so a double bundle of guitar pedals. So it's the Pedalboard Classic Distortions bundle and the British Tanks Collection bundle, so it's a total of $180 altogether. So this one's got the Big Goat Blueface Distortion 1, Green Reaper and Heavy pedal, and then the British Tanks Collection. It's got one of my favourites in there, the what's it called here? The Overseer. So that is a Governor pedal, Marshall Governor, which I've got upstairs and I hope to be cranking out soon. So yeah, the Overseer, the Bluesman, the Driver, and the Shredder. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guitar pedal effects for 5 lucky winners, and all you have to do is enter with an email, and then once you're in there, you've got a chance to get some extra entries by doing things like following social media accounts for Audiority and us, and that's it really. I think that's it. Maybe there's something else, watch a video or something. But yeah, so it's the usual kind of thing. You've got until the end of the month to enter, and then at the beginning of March we'll pick 5 winners to get all 9 of those pedals in their collection. So yeah, if you're a guitarist and you like sort of jamming through your computer, check it out. There's some good options there, and good luck to you. And yeah, on top of that, we've also got the latest coupon. That's what I was trying to say. Our latest exclusive coupon, which is for 35% off the Techivation, and I got their name completely wrong last time when I was talking about this. I can't remember what I called them, but I didn't call them Techivation, which is their name, so sorry about that, guys. But it's the T-DE-ESSER Pro, which is a de-esser, as you might have guessed, and it's normally $90. You can get 35% off of that with the code APG35, and we've extended that to February the 25th. And one of the reasons we've extended it is because our guy has done a review. So we've actually got a review of it here. If you want to find out a little bit more about exactly what this does and why it is maybe a little bit better, a little bit more interesting than your regular de-esser, then pop along to audiopluginguy.com and read the review, find out why it got 4.8 from our reviewer over there, and pick it up if you want to get a discount on that. If you know a few people have grabbed it already and it's getting some good reviews, not just from us. So yeah, that is the giveaway. What are we looking at? 15 minutes. So, breathe. Done the deals of the week, done the giveaway, done the coupon. It's just to mention that plugindeals.net, our kind of sister, brother, cousin website, whatever you want to call it, we've got a mailing list for plugindeals.net now, and I'll drop a link to show where you can sign up. But every Friday, our big old deals database thing, which is this keeps the most sort of current list of data deals, plugin deals from all different developers and resellers and all that kind of stuff. It spits out a digest, a deals digest every Friday, which is quite cool. Quite an awesome feat of automation from the Audio Plugin Guy team. And yeah, and it's quite nice if you want to get that in your inbox every Friday and just get a nice little handy list of all the deals that are currently going on, from the biggest discounts to the smallest. Just hop along and sign up to the plugindeals.net mailing list, and you'll get that automatically every Friday. About 6 o'clock Central European time. So that said, let's get on to the engagement bait. And I thought this is something I was thinking about with all these kind of cool plugins that I've been looking at recently, is maybe reinvigorating my master bus. So I have a template that I use when I'm producing or mixing or recording. I generally use the same kind of template with the sort of bare bones on there, and then I build up from there. But my master does have a few things that always live there, and and they are my compressor. My favourite master bus compressor is not just for master buses, but it's lovely on there, and that's Novotron from Kush, who I'm subscribed to, and they have a just amazing range of sort of analog style emulation plugins. And Novotron just sits there because it just does a great job. I'd shove it on there, give it a few tweaks once I've got some sounds going through, and so I'm getting the right kind of vibe, and then it just lives there, and I just work with it there. And if I turn it off, it just all sounds less nice, and then I turn it back on again and I'm like, yeah, that's good, yeah, Novotron. It's also got a little bit sort of saturation in there, so you can add a bit of vibe to it if you want there. So yeah, Novotron is my sort of general vibe compressor, I guess you'd call it. Then I've also got Isotope. Now I generally have that, like I've got Isotope Ozone at 9, I think it is, which is like the full version, but also just the maximizer on there. So I kind of like, early on, before I'm actually mastering, because I don't really want to master as I'm going along, I just have the maximizer on there just to kind of whack it up to a decent volume for when I'm sort of doing test versions to listen to or send to whoever I'm working with. So yeah, the Isotope stuff on the top there. And I really should have fired up my machines to see the rest of it before, because I only thought of this just before I started recording, because you know how well prepared I am. But I just, off the top of my head, just Novotron and Ozone and Maximizer are the kind of top things on there. Then I guess what I generally would have is just metering stuff. So I always found I used Melda M Multi-Analyzer because of its ability to view multiple tracks, frequency responses. That's what I'm looking for. The analysis, whatever. Analyzer on in one unit, so you can stick it on all the tracks and you can see them all bouncing around and interacting with each other, which is great. But actually you can do that, the Isotope stuff as well now. So I always have Isotope tonal balance on the master as well for checking that kind of. It's got that really cool. If you haven't looked at it, you can kind of get a vague idea of the tonal balance of your track, and it's quite good to see if you're kind of fitting in this range, which is defined either by a preset or by whatever tracks you put in it to match to. Really useful. So that generally sits on there as well. And I'm going to say Pro Q, like FabFilter Pro Q for my main EQ. So yeah, so if you were to ask me what sits on my master bus, that is it. So we've got Novotron from Kush, Isotope, Ozone, and Maximizer. Used to be M Freeform, the MM Multi-Analyzer, but that's kind of drifting off these days. And tonal balance. So Isotope getting a good look in there. They're good. They do good stuff at that range, that end of the range. So now it's time for me to ask you, what's on your master bus? Is there something that's always on your master bus, or do you always start with like a clean slate and just pull in what you need, or somewhere in between, which is kind of what I got, because I do chuck other stuff on there. I tell you what, quite often I'll end up with Gullfoss on there because it just does some little magic stuff. And what's the other one? I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, so there's some stuff which is like waiting in the wings and does end up on there all the time, but those ones I mentioned are on there all the time. Do you do that? Do you have a mastering, like a master bus template, master bus plugins on your regular template? How do you work? What's going on your master bus? Talk to me about that, and I will respond, and hopefully that'll tell the YouTube algorithm that we're really popular and more people should watch our videos. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day. It's 20 minutes, that's enough. I gotta get on with stuff. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Don't forget to check out the coupons. I hope you found some good deals in our deals of the week, and I will see you around. Have a great weekend. Love you. Take care. Bye bye.